Yes, good afternoon. Hello, Jude. How are you doing? So, what's our plan today, inshallah? What will we do?
Today we'll complete Unit 10.
Yes, exactly. So, do you remember what did you study last class?
Yes, we take vocabulary and also we take
Vocabulary
reading,
about
I
what?
think. No,
Yes, reading and listening. And here,
yes,
accidents and
about
injuries.
accident and injuries.
Okay, do you remember what should you do if you get a bee sting? What should you do if a bee stings you?
Yes, put ice
Mhm.
on,
Should you put a
yes,
plaster on it?
no.
No. Okay. Yes. So today, inshallah, ya Jude, we should complete Unit 10. Our main focus today, grammar. Let's start the grammar focus. But before we start, let me ask you a question. What were you doing at 9 o'clock last night?
Last night,
Again, what were you doing last night at 10 o'clock or 9 o'clock?
um,
Mhm.
I was sitting with my family.
I was
I was sitting with my family.
Yes, I was sitting with my family. I was watching TV with my family. I was having dinner with my family. I was shopping with my family. I was playing with my sister. I was studying or doing my homework, whatever, right? So what is this, Yajud? Past continuous. So past continuous means what? You describe something where in progress at certain time in the past. At certain time in the past. Okay? For example, what were you doing before you started this class? Again, what were you doing before you start this class? For example, I was
Um,
having my lunch. I was sleeping, for example. I was exercising, for example. I was reading a book, and so on. Right? So what is this? Past
I
continuous. Past continuous. Can you see this timeline? Here,
yes.
past continuous, yes. The main structure, Yajud, past continuous was or were plus what? Verb plus ing.
Where
يبقى was or were plus ing. Verb plus ing. And here the form. Here, positive, negative, question. For positive, he, she was traveling, for example. We, you, they were traveling. For negative, just write wasn't or weren't. For the question, start with was or were. For example, was he traveling? Was she preparing lunch? And so on. This is the format of past continuous. Why we use it? Yes, yeah, Jude. Why we use past continuous؟ ايه لازمته؟ ايه لازمة past continuous؟ بنستخدمه في ايه؟ So the main focus of past continuous to talk about actions in progress. يعني ايه in progress يا جود؟ يعني in continuous actions، يعني أحداث في حالة استمرارية ما خلصت at certain time in the past. زي ما قلت لك what were you doing 10 o'clock last night؟ رديت وقلت I was sitting with my family. I was watching TV. I was shopping and so on. Okay? This is number one.
okay.
The second function, يا جود, when another completed action happened. يعني ايه الكلام ده؟ When another completed action happened. For example, I was driving when I saw a friend of mine. I was sleeping when my mom phoned me. يبقى شيء كان مستمر في أمان الله فجأة حصل تاني عطله. For example, I was reading a book the power went out. أنا جالس أقرأ في كتاب فجأة النور طفى. Okay? He was playing
Okay.
when he broke his arm. كان بيلعب فجأة كسر دراعه. خلاص stopped playing. Clear يا جود؟
Clear.
Okay, طيب. Then number 3, we often use past continuous to describe what the background situation of the story. انتبه يا جود عشان في نهاية اليونت ده لازم تحكي لنا قصة. So to tell us a story you need what? To describe the background situation in your story. يعني كمقدمة للقصة ايه اللي حصل؟ الكلام ده حصل امتى وازاي؟ In this case use past continuous. For the main events we use the past simple. For example, the sun was shining. Everyone was getting ready for the party that afternoon. Then my phone rang. شايف العمل introduction ازاي؟ بقول the sun was shining. مش بس كده. Everyone was getting ready for the party. Then وبعدين ايه اللي حصل؟ My phone rang وبدأ يكمل القصة. كلير يا جود؟
Clear.
طيب. Another one, another situation, sometimes the other action in the past interrupts action in the past continuous. يعني شيء كان مستمر وفجأة حصل شيء عطله. مثلا I was crossing the road when I slipped on some ice. يبقى was crossing the road كان بيعبر الشارع ماشي في امان الله فجأة slipped on some ice. انزلق من على الايه الايس. معناها stopped crossing the road. خلاص يبقى الاكشن خرب كده كان. Okay, for example, he was taking a shower when water stopped. يبقى شيء كان مستمر فجأة عطله. Okay, another example, when two actions يا جود, another function, two actions happened one after the other. We use the past simple for both actions. طب لو عندي two actions يا جود, الاثنين حصلوا في الماضي ورا بعض. خلاص, in this case use past simple. أقول when I heard the crash I ran to the end of the street. يوم ما سمعت الحادث رحت على طول لنهاية الشارع. يبقى لنا ماضي بسيط ماضي بسيط. Why? Because two actions happened one another. يعني الاثنين ورا بعض مباشرة. For example, when I heard the bell I opened the door. يوم ما سمعت جرس الباب على طول فتحت. Okay?
Okay.
The last one. ايه بقى الكي ووردز يا جود اللي بستخدمها في الباست كونتينوس؟ كلمة while, when, as. 3 كلمات. When, while, and as to join past continuous and the past simple of a sentence. For example, I saw cat when, while, as I was waiting at the bus stop. I saw cat. أنا شفت أو كارل شافت كارل إمتى؟ When, أو while, أو as I was sitting or waiting at the bus stop. Okay? Remember. في هنا remember شيء مهم لازم ناخد بالنا منه. Remember what? We don't use state verb in the continuous form. Do you remember state verbs? اللي هي الأفعال الخمسة اللي قلنا عليهم. State verbs. Don't use it in the continuous. I knew her when we were children. I knew her. ما ينفعش أقول I was knowing her. I knew her. Don't say I was knowing her. I knew her. Okay, Jude? So far, so good?
Okay.
طيب.
Yes.
Now, يلا, let's start to practice. Here, what should you do? Read the sentence and choose the correct answer. Number 1. Read and answer, please. Practice
Okay.
1.
He was driving to the work when a dog
Mhm.
ran
He was
out
driving.
in
Yes.
front of
He
of
was
his
driving to work when a dog ran
car.
out in front of his car. Yes. Yes. Okay, يعني فجأة هو ماشي في أمان الله. Driving was driving to work when A dog ran out in front of his car. Yes. Well done. معناها أنا خلاص تعطل شوية عن الإيه going to work. طيب number 2.
Number 2, I was meeting my old friend Harry as I got on the bus. No. I met my old friend Harry as I was getting on the bus.
Excellent. So I met my old friend Harry إمتى? As I was getting on the bus. Yes, that's right. Good. The lights, suddenly.
The lights suddenly went out when
Perfect.
we were cooking dinner.
Excellent, yeah, Jude. Well done. Yes, that's right. Next, please.
While we were waiting in the
You.
someone
يعني line يعني في الطابور أو الصف.
someone pushed past us.
Yes, that's right. 5.
As she got some money out of her bag, she dropped her phone. No, as she was getting some money out of her bag, she dropped.
Yes, she dropped her phone. That's right. 6.
I broke my leg while I was playing football last week.
Well done. Let me clap for you. Excellently, Jude. Well done. Perfect. Type. Number 2. Here, use the verbs in brackets in the right form. You can use past simple or past continuous. Yeah. Read and start, please.
Okay. I was walking down the street.
Okay.
About an hour ago, when
Yes.
I suddenly saw an accident.
Perfect.
An accident, a car drives very fast.
No, was driving.
What driving is?
Was driving
Very fast along
very fast
the road,
along the
and
road,
there
and there
was
was.
this man in front of the car.
Yes.
He was riding a bicycle.
Yes. Good. He was riding a bicycle.
And he didn't hit
The
the
car,
car
yes, because
because he was listening to the MP3
yes.
player. Anyway, the car was going
Now
too close to him.
went too close to him.
Went close to him, and he
Fell off his bike. I quickly
fell off his bike. I quickly
ran over. I quickly
ran
ran
over
over
to have a look.
in the middle of the street. He was lying. How to write ing to lie, Jude? How to write lie? Lying. How to write lying?
Lying for ing, ling.
Exactly. ly then ing. Perfect. طيب. In the middle of the street, but he not breathe.
He can't breathe.
No, like
No,
use
he
can't.
didn't.
He use past
Didn't.
simple or past continuous. Exactly. But he wasn't breathing. Yes, you can say he at the same time, and two actions at the same time. He was laying in the middle of the street, but he wasn't breathing. wasn't breathing. طيب. Fortunately, I remember my first aid course. Fortunately, I remembered.
I remember
يعني حسن الحظ, yes.
my I was
Yes.
calling.
No, I called على طول. I
No,
called
called.
an ambulance
Okay.
on my mobile, and
Ambulance on my
then
mobile. Then while I was waiting,
yes, while I was waiting, إيه اللي حصل?
I began.
Yes, giving him the kiss of life. After 1 minute, he
started breathing again.
exactly started breathing again. Okay, Jude, it's clear now the past continuous, how to use it, how to structure sentences. Okay, so please go
Yes.
back to your page, maybe 84, I think, to have more, oh, no, 85, to have more practice how to use past continuous in different situations. So now, listen to conversation between Jason and his friend Rachel. What happened to Jason? Number the injuries in the list in the order you hear them. You don't need to use one of them. So again, Yeshua, here we have 4 incidents happened to Jason. Listen carefully and then number them as you hear. Which is number 1, which is number 2, and so on. A broken arm, a bee sting, a cut on his head, an eye injury. So he experienced 3 accidents, and we have one more. Okay, so number from 1 to 3, not 1 to 4, no, only 1 to 3. Ready to listen?
Yes.
Yes, and while listening, please focus on the past continuous structures.
Unit 10, Recording 2. I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hands started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realised that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good. But...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. It was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay. Good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something. Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, the nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With...
With a broken arm.
What? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
Okay, so what happened? Number 1.
Number 1, a bee sting.
A bee sting.
Mm-hmm.
Or an eye injury.
Number one, it's a big thing because he said he was watching.
Okay.
Then a big thing is
Yeah.
harp, I think.
Okay.
Yes.
A best thing. Then what's number two?
Number two is an ing.
An eye injury. Number three.
Number three, a broken arm.
Yes. So number four. Okay. So imagine 3 injuries in less than 1 hour. Okay. So now listen again and answer the questions. Thank you. Where was Justin when the bee stung him? What did Marco do after the bee stung Justin and why? Where was Justin when something flew into his eye? What did he do then? How did he break his arm? So listen again, Yajud, and please answer the 5 questions.
Unit 10, Recording 2. I'm just phoning to say that I'm really sorry, but I can't meet you for lunch today.
Oh, that's a shame. Are you okay? What happened?
Well, it's a long story. Marco and I were walking home from work through the park on Friday afternoon.
Yes?
I was walking along when I felt something sting my hand. I've never been stung by a bee before, and I'm telling you, it really hurt.
Oh dear, but...
Well, it wasn't just the pain. As I was standing there, my hands started to become swollen and red. And then I started to feel a bit dizzy and breathless.
Oh no.
Marco realized that I was allergic to the sting and called an ambulance. Anyway, to cut a long story short, I went to hospital and they gave me something and I was fine.
That's good. But...
Well, I was fine at that point, and then we left the hospital. It was quite late by this time, so we decided to get the bus home.
Okay. Good idea.
Yes, but while we were waiting at the bus stop, something flew into my eye. A piece of dirt or something.
Hmm?
Well, it was really painful, and I couldn't see anything, and my eye became swollen. And as we were still outside the hospital, we went back in.
That was lucky.
Yes, except, well, the nurses sorted my eye out, and after about an hour, we left. Again. Of course, it was really late, and I was tired, and on the way out, I fell over on the pavement outside the hospital and, well, ended up in hospital again.
With...
With a broken arm.
What? You broke your arm? That's terrible. I can't believe it.
Okay. So the first question, Yajud. Where was Justin when the bee stung him?
He was walking.
He was walking home. What did
Yes.
Marco do after the bee stung Justin? And why?
He called ambulance.
Why?
Because a bee stung Jason arm.
Yes, because he believed that Justin was allergic to bee sting. Because he felt dizzy and his eye was swollen and he was breathless. Okay, so he was in a terrible condition. Type, where was Justin when something flew into his eye?
He was going out from hospital.
Yes, what did he do then?
Then he go back to the hospital and the nurse saw his eyes.
Yes, sorted his eye out and he was okay. So then, how did he break his arm?
He was also going out from hospital. Then he fell.
Yes, he was tired and he didn't see the pavement. What does mean pavement? Pavement أو sidewalk الرصيف يعني. Pavement.
Yes.
الرصيف أو بنسميه sidewalk. Okay, sidewalk. That's why he fell over and then he had a broken arm. Okay, so far so good, Jude. So
Yes.
here, as you see, mishaps. What does it mean, mishaps, yeah, Jude? Mishaps. We call them mishaps. mishap. اللي حصل الراجل ده بنسميه mishap. What does it mean mishap؟ يعني سبحان الله حظه سيء يعني الدنيا ملطشة معاه يعني. اوكي يعني حظ سيء او mishap. Mishap like for example this what happened. يعني شيء تحصل طبعا unpleasant situations without any planning or intention, you know, mishap. For example, you slept well, but you overslept before for the bus. خلاص راح الباص عليك اللي لك راحت عليك نومه ده بنسميه mishap. ما انت قصدك تروح عليك النوم ما انت قصدك but it's called mishap. Okay. طيب now let's complete the stories with the past simple or past continuous from the verb of the brackets. Right? As I drive to a friend's house last week, I hear a fly buzzing around my car. Can you complete, please?
What?
Complete, practice one. As I...
Okay. As I was driving to a
Yes.
friend's house
Yes.
last week, I heard a fly buzzing.
Yes, I was driving. Of course, we need drive the remove E. I heard, yes. Then...
Fly buzzing around my
So I
car.
decided to try and kill it. To catch it. I tried.
I was.
No, I tried to catch it when I took my eyes off the road and hit a tree. My car was wrecked. What does it mean, wrecked? wrecked يعني damaged يعني سيارتي يعني اتدمرت. wrecked. But I think the fly without any injuries. Escaped. Yes, escaped without any injuries. While the second one, the second story.
While I was driving home a couple of weeks ago, a man nearly stopped into the road in front of my car. Luckily, he didn't, and we avoided an accident the following week. On my way home, I saw the man again.
Perfect. Yes, well done.
Again.
As I... Yes, waving. I was waving. Do you know what does it mean waving at him? يعني يعمل له باي باي مثلا يشاور له كده يعني. Was waving. Okay.
Waving at him. I lost control of my car and I crashed.
Yes, crashed into traffic lights. So now, Jude, listen and double check, please. Listen and check.
Okay.
Unit 10, Recording 3. 1.
As I was driving to a friend's house last week, I heard a fly buzzing around my car. It was really annoying me, so I decided to try and kill it. I was trying to catch it when I took my eyes off the road and hit a tree. My car was wrecked. But I think the fly escaped without any injuries.
2. While I was driving home a couple of weeks ago, a man nearly stepped into the road in front of my car. Luckily, he didn't, and we avoided an accident. The following week, on my way home, I saw the man again.
As I was waving at him, I lost control of my car and crashed into the traffic lights.
Okay, so here, Jude, number 3. What did you say? I tried or I was trying to catch it? I was trying. So let's draw. Yes, write it. I was trying to catch. I was trying to catch it. Okay, so now here complete the sentences, Yajud. Make them true for you. Make them true for you. Okay, I once had an accident when I left the house today. I met when I. Okay, one evening a while ago, at 8 o'clock this morning, I was really surprised when I. So please try to use past continuous and make these situations true for you. Okay? Yes, you can. You have 1 minute to prepare yourself if you need. Okay, Jude, ready?
Yes.
Yes, go ahead. Number 1.
I had an accident when I was walking with my friend in the break for school.
Okay, you mean I once had an accident when I was running after my friend in the school? Actually, I can't hear you clearly. Yeah? Yes,
Okay.
I was, yes. Okay, type. What about number 2?
When I left the house today,
Thank you.
I saw a cat was walking.
But you should say past continuous. So when I left the house today, you can say it was raining, for example. You know, when I left the house today, they were watering the flowers, for example, in the streets. كان العمال بيرووا الزرع في الشارع, for example. Okay?
Yes.
Yes, okay, yes. Go ahead. I met when I.
I met my old friend when I was with my family eating dinner in a restaurant.
Perfect. Yes, 4.
One evening a while ago, I was watching TV with my family.
One evening a while ago, yes, I went out with my family to have dinner in a restaurant. Yes, okay. I was really surprised when I
was really surprised when saw I was really surprised when I got an A+ in math. Maybe.
Yes, maybe. Yes. Thank you very much, Jude. So this is the end of past continuous. Is it clear now how to use it? How to describe, express your own situation? So, okay, so please leave the meeting now and join again to start another part of vocabulary focus, feeling it. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, so please leave and join again. Thank you.